Yeah, let's get a solid intro.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
Hello, and welcome back.
Stop.
Yeah, no, I'm
That's
joking.
creepy.
Yeah, it was.
We want to do a little back look at why we ended up choosing the Airstream over the small fifth wheel,
Yeah.
the motorhomes,
Yes.
and some products that we didn't even get to share with you on film. What we didn't get to share with you because we lost our GoPro, we spent quite a bit of time in the Grand Design Imagine and Reflection travel trailer. We know Grand Design. We had a great relationship with them over the years. Not sponsorship, but we really liked their products. We liked their service.
We did, and we thought that's probably, through that whole journey that you saw, that's where we thought we were going to end back up, because we always seem to gravitate back to the Grand Design.
Now, the reason we didn't was very simple. The entry level to the Grand Design travel trailers, both the Imagine and the Reflection, are actually the same as the mid-level profiled fifth wheels. And we know exactly what that angle is for our dog ramp with our elderly dog. And we're trying to get him lower to the ground.
Yes. So those were unfortunately ruled out. We thought we were going to go with an Imagine. We measured. It was like, oh, that does no good whatsoever.
Having had the Airstream for a little while now, that floor space would have been very nice.
It would have.
So let's talk about why we ruled out some of the others.
One of the classes we thought we were really going to be hot on was the Class A's. And we thought it was time for Amy and I to maybe move into the Class A. And we went to look at them and we changed our mind. Once we got in the Class A's and started really thinking about how it was going to live for us, one, the sizes, even the smallest ones we looked at were still a little larger than we wanted. The steps trying to get Silas in, that is the reoccurring theme of this video. It really wasn't going to help us. There's the cost of actually buying the Class A's, the cost of maintaining the Class A's, and because we're not full-timers, we've ruled them out. But it might be something we revisit in the future.
The B plus class really, really tempted me. I still want one so badly. I love the Wayfarers and the Navions and the Views. They're also very expensive to buy. Expensive to own. You have the engine and that again. We ultimately ruled that out because it's the one room living. Once we spent time in the B plus, just from the perspective of experienced travelers, that one room living was a little off-putting to us. Technically we're in a long Airstream right now, but we can divide and separate spaces if we both need to be working on something or someone's on a phone call and someone's reading or watching TV or whatever. So the division of spaces was a little bit of an issue with us in the B pluses, but I still love them.
And then there was the Alliance small fifth wheel.
The Alliance Avenue 22 something L. Emma?
ML, that's
Emma.
right.
We really loved it.
And that was my favorite. When we left that dealership that day, that's the way I wanted to go.
The height completely disqualified for it. At that point, our thought was, why get anything new at all? The Avenue is mid-profile fifth wheel, so it was a little lower than the full-profile Solitude that we had. But there wasn't a reason to make a change from one to the other. It didn't even make sense. If we were going to keep the ramp at those angles, at that point, we would have just kept the Solitude because we knew we loved it. So that one had to go.
Unfortunately, it did.
And I really was excited about that spice rack. We were not going to look at the Globetrotter at all.
No, we weren't. In fact,
we kept blowing past it.
We said we hated this floor plan.
It's like we hate that floor plan.
Yes.
Kept blowing past it. And then I was on hold one day for something related to not RVing and was looking at pictures because the dealer suggested we reconsider and look at the Globetrotter, that he would cut us a deal on it.
Yes, and she said, "Look at that spice rack."
Look at that spice rack.
So we bought an
we
Airstream.
We bought an Airstream for this
because of a spice rack.
That caused me, looking at the spice rack, caused us to look a little deeper, and we realized this one has a really nice pull-out pantry. That the other models, they do have pull-out pantries, but this one's deeper. And we thought that might help us make the transition from a fifth wheel to the Airstream a little easier.
Yes, and this space that we're sitting at right now, we thought, oh, we could just take the table out and it'd be great for Silas. And then we lived in it and we were like, that table's great. So
we use this table so much. First of all, it makes a nice island. Our fifth wheel had a big island. I use this as an island when I'm cooking. It's just right there in reach. Jim uses it as a workstation.
Absolutely.
This is much larger than even his desk at our regular house. And we've been hosting friends.
We have. And last night there were 5 people sitting comfortably around this table having dinner. So
with the addition of the ottoman.
It just goes to show you, at first glance, you might, I don't like that floor plan. And once you start to live it, and that's the thing with RVs, right? Until you start living in them, you don't know if the floor plan really works for you or not.
Yeah, you're really not going to know until you've spent considerable time in it. But at minimum, definitely spend some time in them. Picture yourself doing different things that you do on a regular day inside your RV. Many of you out there have watched lots of different RV reviews, just like the rest of us. We're gonna imitate some of them. We're gonna give you our so far favorite things that we love about this Airstream and things we're not crazy about at all.
One of the things that I love, and I joked about, were these curtains. We always like curtains. Are you kidding? It is amazing how much separation you can get with these curtains. Whether or not you're showering, you can make a little bathroom suite back here, or you just want space from this area. These curtains, number one, and it was a shocker.
I love the kitchen. I didn't know how much I was going to love the kitchen. I really didn't. I didn't think I would hate it, but I actually love it because I have this cooking area here. We leave this up for more work service. We have this nice big long table to set food out, use as prep. But when I'm cooking, I have my whole spice rack right here in hand. I can get in the pantry. I can get in the fridge. And so actually, for those of you that do cook a lot, you understand the efficiency of everything you need being right here in this one circle. It's fantastic.
Love the seating area and pair it with this ottoman. And this ottoman is awesome. It's solid. It serves as another chair. But this entire seating area is awesome.
I love the shower because it's warm. I know a lot of people don't like the Airstream shower, and it was admittedly one of our big concerns. Fits me just fine, and it's nice and warm in there. I really do like it.
Thing I hate. On demand.
Hate's a strong word, Jim, and he means it.
And I do mean it. I don't use that word a lot. On demand hot water. It's not a tankless. It's on demand. You waste so much water trying to get hot water, and we're having issues with ours. And from the research I've done, that is a common issue. So, hate, not dislike, hate.
I do love the aesthetics of the Globetrotter. It is really, really pretty. Everyone that walks in here says, oh, it's so pretty. And it is. Some of the prettiness is not real practical. So I'm one of those people that's bothered by smudges, and I wipe these with a microfiber many times a day because they show every single fingerprint. It is such a minor thing, but it makes me kind of nuts.
I really cannot come up with another dislike right now. Now, that's not to say once we're in it and traveling, I won't. So we'll keep it real. But as of right now, which, okay, maybe a hate counts as 2 dislikes. But
maybe Jim's just a little focused on that hot water heater right now because it's giving us a very hard day.
It is. And maybe that's what it is.
The shape of the storage in some of these areas is just wonky. So you have those cabinets that are really thin. And I am glad they give you that rather than wasting the space. But even above, the way that you have these heavy duty hinges on everything, it's a beautiful thing. Our cabinets are not going to break. But working out the size and shape of the storage, there's plenty of it. It's been a little frustrating, but we're getting there. One other dislike we're starting to find. So far, not impressed with the service response. Our hot water heater, for whatever reason, will not stay on. We keep resetting it. It comes, it goes. We reached out to CoachNet. Someone can fix it in August. It's currently May. That's a problem.
That is a problem.
We're still working on it, though.
Yeah,
We're going to contact Airstream directly, so we'll let you know how that goes.
Yep. So I guess that kind of wraps up the reasons why we chose the Airstream and why we chose the Globetrotter. And as we said, Silas played a large part.
He's part of our family. And I know you think, would you buy an RV just for a dog? We didn't buy it just for the dog, but he's part of our family. He's part of our travel plans. And getting him in and out several times a day, if it's not safe and convenient, it could be really stressful.
That's right. But at the end of the day, Amy and I wanted to do something different. We had fifth wheel after fifth wheel. So.
We were ready to try something different and travel differently and see how that felt to us. One of us has always wanted an Airstream and been a fan of it. One of us not so much.
Not always, but yes.
Well, for a while.
For a while,
yeah.
Yes.
One of us was kind of actually, at one point, vehemently opposed to an Airstream, as you have heard.
Yes, she is. It shocked me that this was even in the consideration. But yes, a few years back when I started looking at Airstreams, because we loosely considered it back then, I saw the value in, I started to fall in love. And I think someone else is starting to fall in love as well.
As soon as we get this hot water heater fixed, you may be right. We're really
true.
stressed about that today.
We are.
This is a beautiful RV, and we're very fortunate to have it, and we're grateful to have it. Do we think we made the right choice? Honest answer here. We're not sure yet.
We are not.
We will let you know.
And I keep saying, at the end of the summer, we'll either be Airstream people, or you
can buy our Airstream.
Yeah, or you can buy our Airstream.
You too can own this.
Right.
We shall see where it lands.
We will.
As always, we're going to take you along. After we spent multiple...
This is Jim.
Because the thing, like I said about Airstream, there's like one in every state. So I called South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, Ohio. Let me see here. I've called a couple other places I haven't heard back from. There's 3 places I still got to double back and at least talk to that I haven't got any kind of time frame yet.